Hello and welcome back to Healing with Amanda and Radhaa. We are two healers that have come together to bring more healing in the world, and we have themes that we share with you each time. Today, the theme we're going to be working on is the throat chakra. Welcome, Amanda.
Thank you. Thank you. So this was actually a divine healing because I lost my voice last Tuesday and Rod and I were supposed to be doing like amazing work. So it was kind of like an attack, right, against my against my voice and throat chakra. So my voice isn't 100% back to normal because it goes up and down. So in this video, if it cracks, if it goes up or down,
It's
please forgive
okay.
me because I can't help it. But that's why this throat chakra clearing and healing is so imperative and important. And also, today, right now, even if you're listening to this healing in the future, in a recording, you're still going to get the energies of it. However, we're bringing in the full moon energy to clear out anything and everything that is no longer serving us. And that has to do with our throat chakra, speaking our authentic truth, and then also um, being in, having that gateway for our voice to bring forward the highest frequencies and the highest vibrations moving forward.
Yes, beautiful. Yes, we're so ready. We know that there's also a big eclipse coming, so it doesn't matter when you listen, but basically it's just eclipsing out all the energies that no longer serve with this, and then really bringing in more power and truth and wisdom to our voice and clarity.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay. So if it's hard to understand because we're, our voices, don't worry because the energy is the energy and it's moving through us. And so it's going to be moving through you as well. Yay.
Yes, perfect, perfect. So, we've been on here. If you've been on our calls before, I'm an emotion code practitioner. I do access bars. I'm a practitioner and a facilitator. And then Radha does theta healing, and then we both do amazing things that are downloaded to us that aren't really like a certifiable modality because it's like we're using our own intuition. Um, we might bring in some channeling, some mediumship. We just never know what's going to pop up or who's going to pop in to our session. So just be open, and we'll see where this healing session takes.
Beautiful. So
Yeah.
excited. So, who's ready to release the weight of unspoken words, suppressed traumas that have been holding you back? So today we're just going to dive right in. All you have to do is sit back, relax, make sure you're hydrated and chill out and enjoy the healing.
Mhm. I'll take a little drink of my water as well. So one of the things people, I think they get confused about the throat chakra and what it's used for,
Mhm.
but really, there has been a lot of times where we haven't been able to express ourselves,
Mhm.
and that is through our voice, whether that's music, talking, just expressing our needs, our desires, um, all of those things that have been pushed down for so long. We don't think about those things. So like our unspoken frustrations, either in life or in a relationship, or as you're growing up to parents, authority figures, all of those things we suppress, we suppress, we suppress. And then also, as we go through traumas, the unresolved traumas that we have, and we haven't been able to speak up with
Yeah.
those. So this is actually like a collective healing. I haven't been
Huge.
able to talk for a week now, or longer because of that. And so everything that is everything we just said, because our throat chakra as a collective blocked. So we're gonna uncreate and destroy all of that times a gazillion. Okay, so we're gonna run some like major processes on that. So what I'm gonna say a bunch of stuff, and it doesn't matter if you understand it, you understand it. You don't have to understand it, but you definitely your conscious, your subconscious understands it, and that's all that matters. So everything that is, we choose to run who structures, and we're running what structures. we're running who systems, we're running what systems, we're running the big five energies on all of that, and everything that brings up for us as for individuals and collective. We're going to choose to uncreate and destroy it all. So right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povas, and beyond. Oh goodness, that was so good.
Yeah, I'm feeling. I'm like, ooh, okay, we're going big today, guys. So get ready.
I mean, honestly, we really are. So one of the things that Radha felt was really important was to release like suppressed anger. So how many times have you been so angry and you just pressed it down, you didn't talk about it? And that could be with others or yourself. You could be mad at yourself
Yeah.
for certain things. So we will, okay, so one thing we will do, I'm just seeing like where this wants to go. Okay, so it wants to go with unspoken frustrations. So do we need to know more about that? No, okay. So let's just clear that. So right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povas, and beyond. Okay. Now, so we just released that from ourselves and from the collective. We're going to neutralize all that trapped anger. And this will allow us to express ourselves more freely and not be afraid to speak up for ourselves. Now, Radha, what do you have in terms of downloading us? Ooh, can we? What's coming up for me is like happiness and joy.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
is like the opposite of like the anger.
Yeah. So when we clear stuff out, we're clearing, so we create room, and now we could do a few downloads in between. So, okay, so creator, it is commanded now to download what it feels like to feel joy and freedom of expression through creator's perspective and understanding. And our understanding is the same. And so just take a deep breath and just go. Now download is kind of coming, it's kind of coming in like into your, I'd say your crown first, and it starts to work through. And we ask for it to be through creator's perspective and understanding. So our understanding is the same, because I wouldn't want it from like my understanding or somebody else's. We want the highest definition of these things, because sometimes we don't know the definition until we understand through creator's perspective. So
Perfect.
Mhm.
Perfect. Well, thank you for that, Radha. That is, and that's gonna keep downloading
Mhm.
as
Yeah.
we're going through. Excuse me. Okay, so one of the things we're gonna do is we're gonna release the fear of judgment. So how many times have you wanted to speak up, but there was in fear of the judgment? And that can be like those injustices that we talk about. If you see something, you hear like you see something, you say
Yeah,
something, but so many people turn the blind eye. And
they
with
do.
everything that's going on right now in the 3D matrix world, there are a lot of people that have turned their blind eye to really bad things,
Yep.
which in terms makes them smaller, and
Yeah.
then their voice gets smaller.
Yeah.
Okay. And it takes away their power, right?
Mhm.
So let's remove any judgment or criticism that's blocking our throat chakra from ourselves and from the collective.
Oh, yeah.
And these are stemming from past experiences where you felt silenced
Mm-hmm.
or invalidated. Okay, so we're going to release all of that. So everything that is, we're going to choose to uncreate it all. So right or wrong, good or bad, pot or pock, shorts, boys, povas, and beyond.
One.
Oh wow. Oh,
It's huge.
that's good. Oh, that was like, I don't know about you, but I felt my throat chakra like open up with that.
Mhm.
It's almost like I can breathe in my throat chakra. Is anybody else having that feeling? Like it's like when you have a heart wall and you release your heart wall, then all of a sudden you're like, oh. I feel like the weights are lifted off my shoulders.
Yeah.
It's like that, but it was really literally right here. It just opened up. So we're doing great work here. We're opening up that throat chakra so that we can move forward. Okay, so let's see. Oh, we're still
Oh,
releasing.
I could feel it. It's like, it's huge. It's almost coming in waves and
Yeah,
layers, is how I feel.
yeah, it's definitely coming in. All right, I'm gonna see if there's anything else. Okay, so we're gonna dissolve guilt and shame. So um guilt and shame related to the past communications of self-expression affecting our throat chakra. So like I was saying before, like if you see something and you didn't say something, maybe you feel guilty about that, or you feel shame, or whatever that is that you haven't been able to be in full expression of yourself. Yeah, that's what it wants to release. Releasing the guilt and shame of not being in full expression of yourself. All right. So everything that is, let's choose to uncreate and destroy it all. So right or wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all day, short, spoiled, public, and beyond. All right. So what's coming up with that is religion
Yeah.
and feeling that guilt and that shame. Um, I'm trying to think. Not
Original
equal.
sin, like you're born
Oh,
with sin on you.
yeah, the original sin.
Mhm.
Yeah, like you're supposed to be heard but not, or seen but not heard. As a child.
Basically, I mean, it comes off as if like you're kind of trash, but you're just being tolerated in this world. So you're really you don't have the right to really be fully expressive because who are you? You're filled with sin, you know. That's kind of how it comes off as.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly. And then having that self judgment of holding that in, that guilt and that shame, and you're judging yourself, and you're really lowering your vibration every time you do that.
Yep.
So everything that is, everywhere we've done that, let's just choose to uncreate and destroy it all. So right or wrong, good and bad, Panapak, all nature, space, purpose, and beyonds. And Rada, can you download us from
Oh.
Divine definition of um oh, I had the word and it totally just it just popped out. Mm, shoot, my goodness. Okay, well let's just download us with what it feels like to have self-expression and how it serves us to be able to
Okay. How about authentic self-expression?
yeah.
So that's like without all that stuff put on us, that's like the truest version and voice that we carry. So, okay, so we'll do download, and the download is knowing how it feels like to embrace and fully express your authentic self with grace and ease, downloading what it feels like to feel empowered, to communicate your truth fully and openly and confidently. And we're going to download what it feels like for your words and expressions to flow effortlessly and truthfully through creator's perspective and understanding. And your understanding is the same. So just take a deep breath and just let that settle in and get downloaded. I felt that more in my heart, like in my heart space. Did you?
Yeah, and the other thing that came up was what popped on my brain was downloading us with just forgiveness anytime
Oh,
we. So
yeah.
that was the other thing that I knew it would come back. It was
Yeah.
so I'm like, well, wait, it was so easy, and I'm like, I can't remember what it was, but that's what it was, the forgiveness.
Okay, so let's just do that. So take a deep breath. And it is commanded to download forgiveness through creator's perspective and understanding for ourselves, for not knowing in the past how to be in our full divine self-expression. let's just download that self-forgiveness and really allowing that forgiveness and self-love to come in through creator's perspective and understanding, and your understanding is the same. And I really feel it like coming straight into the heart space, all the way through the body.
Wow, wow, wow.
That's
That was a
huge.
great shift. Great shift. And oh my gosh, it's even having me burp too.
Yay. So
Really.
guys, when if we gals, if we burp, if we yawn, this is just our body clearing as we're clearing with the collective, with you,
Yeah.
because we're already kind of connected to you before we even start.
Yeah. And also, don't ask me why, but like right now, like even my eyes are watering. So it's releasing so much. So, wow, crazy. My eyes were kind of burning too, almost
Oh,
like if you're cutting an onion, that's how it felt.
yes. That's
So that's
powerful.
and it's because we're getting into healing repressed memories.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go in and look. We're gonna ask any repressed memories related to communication or expression that's stored in our throat chakra to come up, and any past traumas where you were unable to speak up about those things. So we're releasing that now. Okay, so everything that is, we're gonna choose to uncreate and destroy it all. So right or wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nice, rest, boy, oh wow,
I know, go, wow. I felt that.
it's
You
so
can
good.
feel it. You can actually feel it. Like when you take a breath, it's like, woo.
I feel so much more like I can breathe so much more. And you don't ever realize that because it's just something
Yes.
that you live with every day. So when
Mm.
you're clearing and it's making space and it's making room, you're like, wow, I didn't even know that I was being compromised in that way.
It's powerful. It's powerful. And the thing about these like clearings, activations, and downloads is that they once the download comes in, it starts to kind of work through your body. It's like light codes, and so it's like clearing out old, funky, toxic programming, and then it's like the light codes are kind of coming in and like repatterning within us. So
Yeah. This one's actually still going and
Mhm.
yeah, it's still releasing. I'm asking if there was anything else I need to do with it, but I said no, it's still going. And we're just going to ask that to run for as long as it needs to run.
Rental
So
done.
we can release that with the full moon.
Yes, yes.
All right. So let's um let's let go of unspoken grief. So any kind of unspoken grief or sadness affecting your communication. So this might relate to like loss, missed opportunities, unresolved emotions, anything that's tapped. So just we're gonna release any trapped emotion that's caught in your throat chakra. And I want to also, so this is also okay. So individually, collectively, but we're also going to release this from the earth throat chakra because the earth
Mm,
has its own chakra system.
yes.
And
Beautiful.
I don't know right offhand because I cleared them before, but usually it's kind of like an area that has a beautiful mountain or pyramid. So wherever this throat chakra is, because I don't know right offhand, but we're also going to be releasing it from there as well. Okay, so everything that is, we're going to choose to uncreate and destroy it all. So right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nature, boys, probes, and beyond. Wonderful.
Oh wow, the throat chakra is the pyramids of Giza and
Yeah.
Mount of Olives,
Yeah.
whatever that means.
Yeah. So, and then if you think about it, we're extending the olive branch here by
Uh-huh.
um,
Yes.
you know, um, bringing this out for everyone. Okay, so Radha, are you able to download us with divine's perspective and definition of what it looks like to enhance our ability to communicate openly and
Hmm.
effectively and proficiently?
Okay. Let's just take a deep clearing breath. So we're going to activate divine communication abilities. This is going to really help us speak from our higher, kind of like our higher self. So Creator, it is commanded now to activate our divine communication abilities. Download what it feels like for us to be connected to our highest source of wisdom and truth through Creator's perspective and understanding, and our understanding is the same, allowing us to convey messages with clarity, ease, compassion, and authenticity, and download our voice to be aligned with our divine purpose. I'm also seeing a download connection of our heart, mind, body, and soul being realigned through our for our communication. So Creator's commanded to download our heart, mind, body, and soul through Creator's perspective and understanding. Our understanding is the same for our highest purpose, our highest truth, and our highest ability to communicate in divine communication through Creator's perspective and understanding, and our understanding is the same. Thank you so much, Creator. And just open to receive, take a deep breath.
Perfect. And thank you for that reminder, taking a deep breath, because during that download, I got so dizzy. So I just want to remind people, if you're getting dizzy, just stop and breathe slowly through your nose, like you're breathing in the roses. And then when you're exhaling, exhale with pursed lips, like you're blowing out birthday candles. Okay.
Yeah.
And that will help kind of ground you. But one of the things that I'm getting is that we need to do some healings from a past life, because that's usually
Yeah.
and I'm like, whoa, because the ancestors, they always like to make me dizzy. So it's like, oh, dizzy. So depending on the energies and what's coming through. So I'm gonna just tap in and see how many past lives this were. And if you don't believe in past lives, it doesn't matter. But you know, there are things in the past that, you know, we have to be opened up to. So this is one of them. So I'm just counting. Okay, so this is like 9,000 past lives ago. We've had many, 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 many lives ago. This is a
Big
collective
one.
healing from over 9,000 past lives ago. Do we need to know? Okay, so that we don't need to know anything else. And is there something else that we need to know specifically? Okay, so is it in the emotion code chart? Okay, so let's just I'm going to take out the emotion code chart. You know, some of you guys are aware of this chart and have it already. It's a free download that you can get. The other thing is this is what it looks like, but you don't need to see it because your subconscious sees it. It's attached to it already. So so column A, column B, odd row, even row, 2, 4. So depression, frustration, and just like panic. Okay, so this is panic. Oh yeah, so panic. How many times have you been in a panic? And how many times, let's just go back. Okay, let's go back to like when you're dreaming and you wake up screaming and nothing's coming out, or you're in a dream and you're trying to scream to alert because something bad's about to happen to you or someone else, and you're like, and nothing comes out, and that's what's coming up right now. Okay, so let me put my glasses on.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's interesting
so
because I feel the energy building of like what's gonna come through. It's so powerful, Amanda.
well, so we're gonna release the trapped emotion from the collective from 9,000 past lives ago, of a strong feeling of impending doom, that doom and gloom. Let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of that collective template that we've all been living under for such a long time. All right, so we're going to run whose structures and what structures run whose systems, and what systems we're going to release or run the big five energies on that, and everything that is times of God's zillion. We're going to choose to uncreate, destroy it all. So right or wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shores, boys, COVID, and beyond.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, oh my goodness gracious.
Major. Take a little drink, you guys. Oh, we gotta
It's
have more.
almost like my ears are clearing out.
Well, good. Yeah, because everything's been so congested for
Yeah,
so
like,
long. I mean, everything's connected, right?
yeah,
So you might start feeling like little poppings in your nose
yeah.
too, or in your cheeks, because everything is, if your nose starts running, or if you start getting a stuffy nose, or if you start
Mhm.
getting like postnasal drip,
Yep.
all of that stuff is clearing out. Okay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Woo! That was so good.
Woo! Huge. It feels like a new channel is opening from that. I just saw like an opening, like this collective block, and it feels like I saw the light come through this tunnel for all of us. Like it's opening up a collective opening so we can all walk through it. Wow.
Yeah,
Powerful.
so powerful. Yeah, because I still feel like a little bit behind my nose. Like it doesn't affect the way I breathe, but I can feel it back there.
We feel it in the
Anyways,
right ear.
um, all right. So what it wants me to do now is just tell you a little bit about the full moon
Mhm.
and what is coming through. So, okay, last night I had a dream,
Mhm.
and in my dream, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to meditate. I have to meditate. And I was on my way to meditate because I knew that whatever the answer I was looking for, or whatever the message was in the meditation. And I was like, I have to do that. So I was on my way.
Mhm.
However, I think I got woken up by my alarm clock,
Oh
and I
wow.
had to get up. And then I was like, oh shoot, like I don't even know what that was. So I woke up feeling like, there was a message, and I didn't know. So this is what I read today about the full moon.
Mhm.
And this full moon is in Pisces. And it says this full moon marks the ending of old chapters and cycles in your life. The old you is dying. Allow it to happen. You may feel uncertain or scared, but you're ready to let go of this weight and baggage mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. It is a great time to connect with the higher dimensions
Mm.
through meditation and presence. You'll notice deep connection with your inner knowing. Healing, vivid dreams, and messages may appear in your dream state, guiding you to your highest self. It's also important to stay grounded during this time and to do things that make you feel anchored into your body. Drop the internal flight and control. Exhale, surrender, allow the divine plan to unfold. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I was trying to get that message while I was in my dream state.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my gosh. So it is guiding us to our highest self. So if you're in a dream and you're like, oh, I have to meditate, or I have to get this message, or maybe this modality is coming
Mhm.
to you, whatever that is,
Yeah.
be open to receive that. Okay. So I wanted to give that. So anything that is, and everywhere, we're not allowing for all of that to come into fruition, anything we're blocking from that. We are choosing to uncreate and destroy it all. So right and wrong, good and bad, pun and puck, all natures, boys, povas, and beyonds. Wow. Whoa. Whoa. That like made my left eye, when you get the little sparkles,
Mm-hmm.
it like made my left eye sparkle, and then it started like my left eye started fluttering a little bit.
Mm.
Okay. So Radha and I already knew going into this that this healing was going to be like a two-part series, because we just knew I already had that download.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so what wants to come through now is an oracle card, and this is through The Golden Future by Diana Cooper. And these cards are so beautiful. So this is the golden future. So we just released so much stuff from the past.
Mhm.
So what is the message that we need to know for the future? So this is a collective message for the future. And these cards are so amazing, and they're always right on time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second. Um, okay. So that one. Any other? Okay. So it's this one. This one flew out, but other ones flew around it. This is number 18, and it's
Mm.
manifestation and mind control. Focus your thoughts.
Oh.
Look how beautiful that is.
Wow. Number 9.
Number 9, and 9 is completion, right? Which is today is a full moon, so that works out perfectly. All right, so this one says focus your thoughts. I'll put this up so you can see it because there's hummingbirds in here. I love it. Dolphin energy.
Okay, okay, that's
Eros
good.
Christos he loves the dolphin energy.
Yes.
So it says deep relaxation, contemplation, and visualization are the foundations for maintaining a high frequency and activating spiritual gifts. In the golden future, everyone, including children, will practice these techniques.
Mm.
They will also learn mind control methods, visualizing precisely and clearly until their third eye chakra becomes powerful enough to manifest. Later, when the fifth dimensional navel chakras of humanity are fully awake, people
Mm.
will practice higher manifestation techniques. Individuals and communities will create a picture of what they want in their navel chakra and then use their Kundalini power to take it up through the third eye into the high frequencies of the soul star chakra. When such an image for the highest good is streamed out from the soul star chakra, it automatically magnetizes that object or situation from the unmanifest world into the physical one.
Yes. Yeah.
When several people work together, they can make magic happen. That's why they say when 2 or more are gathered
Yes.
in my name. So it says manifesting for the highest good using visualization, mind control, crystals, and sound will transform the way people live. And Rod and I already have a class for what? Sound frequency and healing. And that's going to be an upcoming class that we're creating because it was just downloaded to us today.
Yeah.
So this is like right on time with what we're already talking about and confirming that. So the guidance of this card, this is a card of power. Receiving it as a reminder that you have untapped gifts that you can develop. It is time to bring forward the latent possibilities within you. Your guidance is to practice deep relaxation, spend time in a quiet contemplation, and do visualizations. Mind control confers enormous influence. It must be used with wisdom and only for the very highest good of all.
Mm-hmm.
Before you apply this gift, ensure you are living in a fifth dimensional way, in cooperation with oneness with others. Then bring your 12th, fifth dimensional chakras. Picture them getting bigger and brighter each day until you feel your navel chakra has become bright orange. Then ask Master Merlin, the great alchemist and musician, to oversee you for the highest good when you practice manifestation. Utilize it to help the world. And that's what we're doing here today. We're
Yes.
helping the world, having the highest form of self expression. Everything in this card reading is everything we talked about today, the visualization,
I
the
know.
dream, bringing all of that into fruition. And then most people are healers. I mean, if you're called to this channel, you're probably a healer. So if you need help with that, like reach out to Rod and I, and we will help you kind of discover where your niche is because everybody
Mhm.
has their own niche.
We have a
But
group, so we
also,
can let people join our group too. It's free to join the group.
yeah, join our group is free, and we do free healings on there. Um, so this is like beautiful, and I'm looking at this, and then they have like the blue and the red around
Yeah, it's
this
so
circle. So
beautiful.
it just reminds me of fire and ice, like twin flames. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what twin flames are doing when they connect. Twin
Mm.
flames are connecting using their sexual energy to use their kundalini energy to go to the third eye, to go to the star chakra and create.
Mm-hmm.
And it's powerful. It's so powerful. Wow. I love that reading. So
That was
amazing.
great. That was so perfect.
Um, It's so perfect. And now Rod and I just have to decide when we're going to do part 2 of this video
Mhm.
because that was a lot we did already. I
Yeah,
mean, it was
yeah,
major
yeah.
work we did.
We do layers and layers. So when we clear you know, we will be clearing layers and layers of this. So we're going to do part 2, and then we're going to open up an official class, you know, clearing. You can join a session. It's like a session. It's so, and the session is going to be, we're going to tune into everybody's energy. It will be like live like this, but you'll be on here with us. You're going to, you know, chime in, tell us what's happening. And it's like real time healing at such a affordable rate, because we really want to make this work accessible to all, and we know that so many people are ready to heal. So we love to give away these beautiful sessions on YouTube, and then when we go even deeper, we'll do our group sessions that you can join.
I love all of that, and I'm so glad that everyone's here today. Please, you guys, we really want to hear your comments. So please make a comment if you made it this far.
Yeah.
to the end of the video. Please write your comments down below so that we can get some feedback, because we love feedback and we want to know, you know, where to go. It can guide us, or if you're wanting to have, you know, to be involved with our group sessions, we can get you that information as well. Because Rod and I have like this amazing, epic healing 12-month course that we are creating right now as we speak, and it's going to be like literally so amazing, and we don't want you to miss out on that.
Yeah, it's going to be life changing and life affirming. It's just going to be like lifetimes of clearing in a year. You know, how amazing that you have 2 healers, and then we're going to go really deep with you guys, because it's going to be live. So whatever's coming up in your energies will be addressed, and I think that it's going to be really great value. And we want to help people make these big shifts, because it's important. We're at a important part of history where we have to kind of choose, are we going to completely go down this path and start to clear away all that trauma and that stuck energy and all the lineage stuff? And it's not all ours either, but somebody has to do it, because if we don't, we will be bogged down and we'll be headed down the lower timeline. So we have to choose to rise into our highest timeline, but it takes effort and it just takes devotion, because all you have to do is show up, and we're here showing up for you.
You just have to show up to the
You
class,
just show
right?
up. Just show up and receive. It's pretty sweet, actually. So we will let you guys know all about that, and join our group for free. It's right down below. And yeah, is there anything else you'd like to share, Amanda?
I think that's it. Now, if you guys are like Rod and I, and we've lost our voice and it's coming back, I mean, we've been transmuting a lot of energy this week. A lot of you are earth transmuters, and the earth is, I mean, the Schumann resonance have been like off the hook. So I just want to remind you to ground yourself. If you have drink water, but the most important thing for you guys to do is to drink fulvic and humic acid. If you don't have a way to get in touch with that, Radhaa can put the link in down below, and that's a beautiful way to keep yourself grounded and detoxify your cells at the same time, so that you're releasing all the
physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. It all goes together, you guys. You know, when we detox emotions, we automatically start detoxing the body, because our body can start to release, but we have to help it. We can't just expect our body to do all the work without giving it any assistance. We know that we live in a very toxic world, and we need to start releasing a lot of this stuff, because we want to be healthy and happy and have energy and be on our highest purpose, right? So it all works together. So I'll put that below too.
Perfect.
And thanks so much for joining us. We're wishing you a beautiful full moon.
Yes, beautiful moon, full moon.
Yeah. Much love. Bye.
Bye.